Hello everyone. Today we will go over a very soft everyday glam look. We want to make sure your skin is very well moisturized. Wait for about 5 minutes to let it set and then use your any primer. I use the Unicorn Glow primer, and then after you put it on, wait for another 5 minutes. I'm going to use these four makeup brushes, and first I start with a concealer brush. You can see that's a very dense fluffy brush. I take some of the concealer and put it to the areas that I want covered. Normally it's my under eye area, any spot area. You can see I have a lot of pigmentation. I normally use concealer first because it gives me really good base for the foundation and gives you very good coverage. I use the beauty blender to spread it around for blending it pretty nice. You can see it diffused really nicely. Then I use foundation, and using my fingertips, I put it in the cheek area, on my forehead, on my chin, the nose. I'm going to use Morphe's M444 number buffing foundation brush. You can see it's very flat and super dense. I love this brush and it spreads the foundation so well across. You can see it blends so well. It's very dense brush. I use the circular motion to spread the foundation across my face pretty well. You can see it gives you pretty nice coverage. Once I'm done with this, I use the beauty blender to just set my face. That's what I do. I always start with the brush and then use my beauty blender to set my makeup. It really nicely diffuses using the beauty blender. Once the face is set, I use contour to add some definition to the face. So I use Lancome's beauty stick on the high cheekbone area. I add some definition to your nose, both sides. I'm gonna use that by the hairline and by the chin line to make your face look a little bit more skinnier. And then I'm going to use the beauty blender. You can see that I use beauty blender quite a bit for my face application. So I use this motion kind of like a push it downwards, so it just stays under my high cheek bone area, and you can see it added really nice definition to the left cheek. And then just go ahead and spread it, just using your beauty blender. You can also use the contour brushes, but I use beauty blender quite a bit for all the face application. Okay, so my left side is done. Using the same technique, using the beauty blender, I am going to spread my contour on the right side as well. And you can see my face is done. You can see some definition on the nose, my cheeks, on my forehead, on the temple area. I love contouring my face because it really makes my face look skinnier. Okay, so time to set your face. I use Tarte's translucent powder. I put some on the cover, and I use the beauty blender to take some and start putting under my eyes. I normally do that before my eye makeup starts. So if there's any leftover eye makeup, it's easy for me to clean it. I carefully make sure that I am not covering the areas where I contoured. I go right under my low cheekbone, under my eye or my forehead, and then I leave it alone until my eye makeup is done. So I'm going to go ahead set my eyebrows. I use this pencil. I use very sharp nib pencil. Normally I start by defining the lower brow line to give it more definition, and just start filling in with upward motion, kind of like drawing the lines. Once the lines are sharp and there's a definition to the brow on the lower and top area, then I just start filling it up. And you can go as intense as you want, or you can just go very lighter. I'm just gonna normally fill in the whole brow area, and the front of the eyebrows are a little bit more sparse. So I'm done with my right side, and I'm gonna go ahead do the same thing on my left side of the brow, and I am done. My eyebrows are set. You can set your brows with a comb brush. Next, I'm gonna use my all-time favorite Naked Tree eyeshadow palette by Urban TK. I'm gonna use this blending brush. This is very fluffy brush. I use this brush to set my crease area. I take the matte shadow, and I just go back and forth circular motion, and I set my crease area. You can go as intense as you want with this blending brush. I think for me, for my everyday look, I think this looks just fine. So I kind of like make sure that you go outwards with this brush on the crease area, and I'm done. Then I'm going to use the flat eyeshadow brush to put some shiny pigmented eyeshadow. I'm gonna just take some of the eyeshadow and just start putting on the eyelid area. Just for my everyday look, I just go with very subtle colors. So I just take this brush, just diffuse it around the eyelid area. Next, I am going to use Bobbi Brown's eyeliner gel. Using It Cosmetics eyeliner brush, I'm going to take some of the gel and I'm going to start working outwards. I'm going to make very thin line starting from the inner socket of my eye and work outwards. You can, this is very gorgeous liner. I actually love it. So I'm gonna just make a small wing. We're using this brush. It's actually a very nice sturdy brush. I love it. This is such a nice brush that it helps me make very clean eyeliner wings. You can see that it's actually spreads really nicely. And I'm done with my eyeliner, guys. Time to add some color to the face. I use Real Techniques blush brush. It's gorgeous brush. The dome shape gives it a really nice precision. It really spreads the powder blush super nicely. I normally put it in the cheek area, on my nose, and a little bit on the forehead. And then I'm going to use the Real Techniques powder brush. It's overall powder brush, very, very fluffy and super nice. So I take rest of the setting powder and basically dust it off. This brush has been in my collection for about 4 or 5 years now. I noticed that I didn't do my lower lash area, so I'm going to use that flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take some matte shadow and I'm going to start putting on the lower lash area on both eyes to add some definition to the eye. Then I'm going to use the eyeliner gel and then I'm going to use a smudge brush to smudge it a little bit. I have put in the eyeliner on my waterline and I'm going to start smudging that with the smudge brush. You can go very intense with that or you can just go very subtle. I'm just going to go a little bit subtle, not too heavy on the smudging. And I'm done. So you can, like I said, you can finish it with the, false lashes, or you can just go with the mascara. I'm gonna finish it just with the mascara. I don't use the fake lashes on my everyday look, so and I'm done. And then I'm gonna use the highlighter a little bit. So I'm gonna just put it on my cheek area, on my nose area, and the little bit on the upper lip to give it more brightening look. And I'm going to use my fingers tips to just like spread it a little bit on the nose, on the cheek area. And then I'm going to move on to my lips. I am going to use the lip pencil to just add definition to my lips. I always use my lip liner before I start putting in my lipstick. Just go with your favorite color and I'm done. I used the all-nighter setting spray by Urban TK. I love this spray. It really make my makeup last longer. And I'm done, guys. Please let me know how do you like my look. Thank you very much.